the power I share. Hell, all of you do my red. Flow change like a yeah. To my fans, more do bread. Traffic and African rituals. I know it's far from typical. I know they calling it mythical. I just be calling it mystical. Whoa, black magic with white fabric, they petrified. I see through the ancestors' eyes. You can't see it cause you rest your eyes. My chain hang for Ogun. That blame's lit, I'm in tune. That high giant is in the air, boy. That smoke fills up that room. I'm consumed. I laugh at y'all. Grant my people with good health. Don't talk about it, but I live it, boy. You grant my folks with plenty wealth. I walk the path of that shoe. Then they reciting no jewel. 2 mouths up and 2 mouths down. Got balance mid in my view. Oh yeah, bring your winds to change. Power down, I share. Arun Miller, give me purpose. Power down, I share. Throw my obies to my head. Power down, I share. Read my Odu, eat by daily. Power down, I share. Egun got me. Ori got me. Olarun got me. Saoru got me. Ebo got me. Ajuban got me. Baba Wa got me. Iyawa got me. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. Ele Mokio, Ele Mokio, Ele Mokio, Akiye. I am the sun in the moon. Still I feel like a June. Ori prayer in the morning. Hands up all around. 4 pots for a goon. See my grips in the room. Throw the shells to the plate. Menchi and Della goon. 5 chains on my neck. The Ile cage they reflect. Y'all speak, oh yeah, cool. Translation as death. Sprinkle a little IJ. All that room for an EE Ray. Akina Moran, I'm blowing my hand. I'm pitching the sand. Whoa! Please the Obi, stand with my Ile Ikoki. Warrior type, I'm like a trophy. Shango power, come approach me. That's thunder. For the spirits I conjure. Wake 'em up from that slumber. Right? You just call my number. Oh yeah, bring your winds to change. Power down, I share. Arun Miller, give me purpose. Power down, I share. Throw my obies to my head. Power down, I share. Read my Odu, eat by daily. Power down, I share. Egun got me. Ori got me. Olarun got me. Saoru got me. Ebo got me. Ajuban got me. Baba Wa got me. Iyawa got me. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi.
Hi, welcome to Ocean Yemi's channel. Today I'm going to put up about the Gullah Geechee. I'm going to first put up the videos first of Queen Quiet, and then I'm going to show bits of her work, and then I'm probably just going to leave it there. I'm not going to have a discussion or nothing about it really. So yeah, let's go.
Anybody did this shit to Gullah Geechee. Impossible this shit thing. Where that name come from? Where come Gullah, which means people blessed by God? Where come Geechee, which come from the Gulagici people? But plenty of hundred children know, say the first ancestors were come from Angola, and then corrupt this your word, make them into Gullah. So that when they sell it, when they come through these your fort, I think from the west coast of the motherland Angola, and come over the middle passage to this your coastline, where the Gullah Geechee nation today, and cast them down upon the sea islands from the Carolinas in through Georgia, later than children, end up in the wilderness to fight like a kiddo, and rather was Gullah Jack. One of we leaders will come from Angola, where they meet in a forest like the Gullah Forest, Gola, will come from the Windward Coast, Rice Coast, where we ancestors them become from, over here, with this your Carolina gold and thing. Well, Hunter can still see what I find now, even now when Hunter the kind of the real land. So if Hunter want yet more, but who we be, Guanyona, the Gullah Geechee.net. I don't want yet more, but who you be? Come here to the Gullah Geechee Nation.
And so we always had the Oba and the royal family here, but this also the time for the Shango Fest, what going on in Oyotunji. And so we have our royal queen for Oyotunji will come in. So wherever the Oba there with me, he always practice tea. I tell him that he did the first Gullah Geechee Yoruba we had. Because his daddy done been from Chicago, and then he find his sacred land for put up Oyotunji over 40 years ago. And they go into my county, Beaufort County, Sheldon, South Carolina, and they put the village there. And they had to fight off the buck for them, who ain't been want them there. They had to fight off all the rest of people who ain't been know African culture, who ain't been want them for there. So they do all kind of drumming, all kind of other spiritual rituals, and it still did it. Through hurricane, through fire, all that thing, and it still did it. And so every year, they all have to learn the rest of people say, wait, no, I am king, and I am chief, but I am really one underneath the queen. The queen, the over all of it. Because Oyotunji, they in the Gullah Geechee nation. I ain't on the same as the queen. I'm under the queen. And so some people don't know African tradition, that's how it works. You have the chief of all chiefs. Then you have a whole bunch of other kings and chiefs and chiefesses and queens and queen mothers that are under that one. And so I would be considered like a paramount chief. Okay? And then him they a chief. You know what I'm saying? So we work together. We not broke up all. Just like when I see the circle in the middle of the Gullah Geechee Nation flag, and in that t-shirt right there, Ed, show me shirt. Show me shirt. Y'all see right there? That's one thing. And you see the tree in the middle? That are all of them. Igbo, Mandinka, Malenke, Yoruba, Gullah Geechee, Mendi, Tembi, Fiki, Bibio, all of that. The we family, that family tree what they in the shirt. Okay? That's how you make an African family tree. You know, make a triangle, a rectangle, and draw a line, and a rectangle, and a line, and a rectangle, and a line. That's a floor chart. I am a mathematician and computer scientist. That's a floor chart. So a family tree, they take a tree, special wood, and you get the master carver, and you get one thing made out of it. So none of the body can come pass one another. Somebody would have to break the tree for broke them apart. So that's why when Elder Tony and them will have the vision, will give you a logo, will give you a banner, will give you a flag to the Gulagici People Foundation to get one tree and make them a family tree. And all the people here and see, sometimes they see me the way we knuckles and think, what is the tree of life? You understand? Because that's what he about. He will see me and say, Queen, we see you with the commanding symbol. I said, this is the key of life. You understand? That's what we about. And life and death in the power of the tongue. So we always speak unity. If we truly Gulagici. We speak unity. If we truly Gulagici. When you find your children, I don't deal with the village. I don't fool with them. I ain't going over here. Don't fool with them. And they say, I don't have to that queen because I can't stand because they give me a water. Don't mess with them. Because as soon as they tell you that about me, they come tell me about you. But they ain't gonna come in my business and say, Queen, you know I can't stand you, I don't deal with you. They ain't going in. That's all you're about. They don't never do that. That's the spirit of the enemy. But we ancestors have a higher power. They get it up for and tell them or measure them. So they know they ain't been one other enemy told on. So that's why I did on one tree, and we the fruit will come from that tree. We Gulagici anointed people. You're a part of me. So every year, the family, and all your tongues, always celebrate Gulagici Nation Appreciation. It started the same weekend as they celebrate Shango. So even though they're going to say, they got me that time for going to ski the beach because we got me on thing and all your tongue. Never do that. They always say, young lady family, we do the drum young, we leave the ritual young, we go in there with the queen, then we go back to the village. You see, last year, last before last, plenty people going from young, and they said, what can we go? They said, come this evening. And they said, come tomorrow. We still got the Shango Fest in Oil Tunji. And plenty of you children started. It's all about unity. So, we're so glad.
I come from the African village. I flew in from Sacramento, California to assist my brother, his Royal Majesty, because the African village, we know one thing, the great queen, the Fini, meaning high up, Queen Quest, is worth every travel, every step you take, because the journey that she does, the battle that this great queen does, is to give back her culture to the people of this land, called the Gulagici land. You know, the great queen, she spoke many knowledge and many truths. But I give her some words to take to the terms when it comes to Gulagici, because my mom, she's from James Island.
Oh, quiet on you right there! Oh, look out! Wait, family on James Island. More than Mazik. And then the Mazik there you now?
Smalls.
Okay, so the Smalls been here earlier. I ain't seen none of Mazik today though. But we know plenty of her family. All up in James Island, all downtown Charleston, and all that. And then Mazik loves some money. And you know, yeah, true roots. True roots.
That's why I say so my people is from here.
True, but true.
You are that very original sin, which is our ancestors. And so, you always hold lockstep in hand with the great queen, because the queen is really the valet, the keeper of the land. It is the queen, it is the mother who carries the birth of a nation in her. She's the one when she comes to the earth, she carries the keys to the earth to wake you up and educate you on what has been taken, and the children who have struggled. That's why I say, ask for us, don't cry for us, don't weep for us. Feel a great queen right down here in the little one going to teach you the education and let you know you will never lose your way home. You will always find your way home. And the Yoruba African nation people, we tell you, we came from the streets, we came from the ships. We had to fight on the streets when you call Benin Republic, we call Nigeria, we call Ghana, we call Senegal, we call Mali, all these great places. I tell everybody that has any bloodline descendants to South Carolina, you came by way of St. Helena. If you came by way of St. Helena, then you came from the ports of Valley Creek. You came from the ports of Buda. You came from the ports of Glory. Many of those nations was the Western Hemisphere because they took the great scientists, the great doctors, the great engineers. This is who you are. This is your bloodline. But you also, your ancestors was here long before any indigenous was here. And this is fact. So when you think of the Almans, don't forget that they actually were the Mende, the Mantika, the Yoruba, the Shaw. That is who you are, and that is what you are. So the great works and the great travels and the great battles that this great Queen Quet on high, we tell you thank you for always remembering who we are and always making sure the world knows who we are and letting them know the atrocities. We will not sleep, never one night, because we know if once we close our eyes, they'll come and take us to school hours, which is our prize. So we come from Oyatunji African Village to give you the creed, but also we want to give you from the academy, the children. Actually want to make sure the Queen received the shirt from the Golden Leopard
warrior
tribe,
shirt.
which is Oyatunji, where the warrior leopard Golden tribe we fought for, and then all for Oyatunji, for all of us to come home, the full circle is where you'll come. And so we want to tell the great Queen Quet, thank you kindly. But also, I have a royal decree from His Imperial Majesty, Jimbei Drum, the great father of the diaspora race, who's also in New York City, who's also given education and knowledge when it comes to culture, tradition, and spirituality of us and what we are. How the great crimes of religion has been smacked back upon you, giving you the lie and taking from the truth. When we actually practice the true way to our ancestors. Without your ancestors, you couldn't be here. But without our ancestors, we have the strength to stand strong and be strong and push back. I tell everyone, you all come from the continent of Africa. All of us. The lightest of the lightest of the lightest to the darkest of the darkest. And I tell people, my mother is more darker than this beautiful queen here. But through the bloodline of the raping, my skin became from the dark chocolate African, which is the color of God's skin, to that of the colonizer. So that's why I have skin of an Englishman. I have hair of an Irishman, because it's a constant raping of the beautiful women that we have brought, those great queens that came from Africa. But this great queen here to let you know, no longer shall that take place.
That's right,
no longer will it ever happen. No longer will you ever forget it. So when they tell you to forget the sins, say I can't because I wear it every day. I wake up. We are generational people of post-traumatic stress syndrome. But now we are fixing ourselves. But do remember, when you wear the pride of wearing your cultural clothes, respecting your spirituality and who you are and what you are, the traditional ways of knowing the religious true ways of Jesus when there was no J when he walked, his name was Yeshua. Yeshua, so you know the guys is Yeshua. So do the math on that. You tell me where you can go from that. Don't forget the 72 books that actually put the Almighty's name together. Those 72 books actually came from that which we all know is the Holy City of Ladies. Then when you check your homework. That's just me giving you just to put the spit spat. That's why we're so gracious to have such a great Queen Quet. So with no further ado, I would like to go ahead and read the proclamation that with great promise that Oyatunji will always give to the great Queen Quet and will always be in perpetuity to the great land of the Gullah Geechee nation.
And while my sister unveils the scroll, I just want y'all to know. Y'all know how y'all use emojis, ain't it? The Oba sent me a crying emoji. He said, oh, Queen Mama, Queen Quet, I'm trying to get these people to stop actually come to New York. I've been trying to get somebody else for crying out as a king. That they came from Nigeria, in New York, and I have to go there for crown them. I said, well, under the Oba, you tell them when you want crown from now on, they come to the Gullah Geechee nation. You tell them they come to Oyatunji, fly to New York City, and then to Savannah, Charleston. And then you do the ceremony up. But don't let them chill and carry you New York no more. When it's time for Gullah Geechee Family Day, and Gullah Geechee Nation Appreciation Week, whatever day, yo, we're going to ball there. Alright? Where we say, we're going to enable spring and cups. Okay? So don't let them carry you no more. I want 100 children to know it sent me a crying emoji. In a time when the king and sent the queen a crying emoji. What time we live in. But he cried because his spirit grandchildren would be a thing like that. And I know him probably on Facebook Live hoping we can scream. But he ain't gonna have to watch him on Gullah Geechee. We're screaming. We're screaming. He watches? Yes.
So on behalf of His Imperial Royal Majesty, the King of Oyatunji African Village, his royal proclamation, whereas Oyatunji African Village was founded in 1970, the deep the Gullah Geechee Nation, whereas His Royal Majesty Oba Adefumi and Queen Queen have fostered and maintained a commitment of leadership dedicated to the forward progression of our culture in South Carolina. Whereas the 2019 Music Festival will be held deep in the heart of the Gullah Geechee Nation. It is imperative that we all join hands on our beloved island and share in the rich culture. Whereas African descendants have lived and toiled on these lands for hundreds, if not thousands of years, the Music Festival represents the thousands of lost souls today in a day of reverence. Whereas the Oyatunji African Village maintains full support of this national historical event and pledges to continue to support this historical occasion. Whereas our history and blood runs deep like the rivers, we must not forget the past, a past that connects us all as the rivers do. Let us all celebrate the 2019 Gullah Geechee Music and Movement Festival, whereas the motive of this festival is to bring people of African descent together and celebrate in the name of our rich culture that was devastated during the years of the African American development. Today we are the ones who uphold our ancient traditions and culture. Let it be known on this day, July 28, 2019, that this is the official Gullah Geechee Music and Movement Festival. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Ancestors continue to guide us.
Thank you. Every year they had a new surprise for me. This is the first time they scroll them up and everything. they just saying put them on rice paper and that's why I want them to do. Okay, they're coming. Put them on the rice paper. She said, you want the rice paper? I could get the rice paper. See, yes, ma'am. They say anything for you, Queen. I'm so glad they picked. God bless them.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for always allowing us to always be welcome, so welcoming. Yes, indeed. Myself. Thank you for your strong work. Thank you for your strong and powerful words and the enrichment that you do give to us all. And you're not just a Gullah Geechee queen, you're the diaspora queen.
Sorry, I had to replay the other videos I did the other day because I only didn't get a very clear video. Some of it wasn't heard, so I thought I'd play this one again. She received the proclamation from Olatunji village. The queen of Olatunji village. So by making a direct connection with each other, so they can form, work together basically, So yeah, that's why I play this one again. Okay. All right, let's move to the next one.
Peace and blessing all the 100 children and thing with Dale Jonah and thing like that. It is show the Queen quit head from the body of the Gullah Geechee Nation. They right your back and party one head and in the party one and thing like that because this your part the causeway, so you ain't supposed to did it for some party one island yet. We go Apollo one and thing like that. But we want to say thank you to all the 100 children who get the word out all across the world for what been going on y'all. You're steady, We've been there to the weeping time in Savannah. And we launched the Gullah Geechee, Saving the Gullah Geechee Land Caravan right there. Why? Because all these years that we sacred area and things like that were we ancestors and things we did it, and things been going on to we ancestors, we can't let these other people come in here and broke up this shit. Tall. Now how respectful we tall, whether we the living or we the dead. So for all the 100 children, you know, cracky teeth like this shit and things like that, they know yeti, but then overstand tall. Let me talk this way so that all of you will understand what I'm saying. This is Queen Quet. I'm the chiefess and head from the body of the Gullah Geechee Nation. I'm also the founder of the Gullah Geechee Sea Island Coalition. We have launched the Saving Gullah Geechee Land Caravan. We pray that all of you have heard about it, all of you are participating in it, that watched the first video of me coming to this sacred burial area. Now I want you to notice now this tape that just got put up within the last couple of hours by the survey company that surveyed this back in 2006 with ground penetrating radar. They did it with ground penetrating radar because of the destruction that was coming on either sides of this, and the potential for that destruction meant to infringe upon this protected area, which is a graveyard. It is a burial area. It is a Gullah Geechee sacred ground. There's a difference between a graveyard and a cemetery. A cemetery will have perfectly coiffed grass and perfectly aligned headstones, perfectly aligned monuments, vaults, and so on. That's not what we do at a graveyard. A graveyard is like a yard. It grows naturally. And I thank all my Igbo family that wrote me from Nigeria that said, Quinn, this is Igbo. What you are showing there, this is Igbo. Right, because Igbo traditions are our traditions. I thank the family in Angola who said, fight, Queen. We are with you. And they did rituals and prayers on our behalf from Angola because they know we be Gullah Geechee because we were Angolan first, which is how we got the word Gullah, which means people blessed by God. And so as I told y'all before, if God be for us, who can be against us? God had it. My phone rang and awakened me after I went to sleep at 2 or 3 a.m. to tell me surveyors were in here. I then emerged to get things going to find out who was surveying in here. Fortunately, Beaufort County stepped up, had a surveyor who has surveyed land for my family for who knows how many decades now. Had them come with that original ground penetrating radar information so that we don't have to again pay for it to be done all over. They did this. Now, y'all notice where I am now. Y'all see those graves right there? If you watch the original video, you know right now I am further away from there than I was when I first showed you this burial area. Why couldn't I stand here when I showed you this burial area 2 weeks ago? Because a mobile home was sitting here. And I showed you, though, how these sinkholes and various areas that I was walking over were also right where it was sitting. Now you see that I'm within this blue ribbon. This blue ribbon, indigo ribbon, protecting a sacred Gullah Geechee burial area is not for naught. Now they acted like, oh no, when I called the police, like we were mistaken, we could be mistaken. We're not mistaken. Oral history, oral tradition, the lived experience in the Gullah Geechee Nation is what we rely on. Our elders teach us. What the children must know, you must teach them. We yeti, we elders, and we mind, we manners. So when they told us where the burial area is, they told us what sinkholes were, we knew to respect the area. Now you see that that blue ribbon is cordoned off of all of this, which means the mobile home was approximately where I'm standing now, because y'all remember that I had to be all the way over, I had to walk to the edge of it over here, so y'all even see what I was talking about. So you see now that also this road that I brought you down, that I told you I was stepping in sinkholes as I walked, notice it also is safe. in this, what they were attempting to make a drive all the way down. So y'all see, I'm not a storyteller. I tell people that all the time. Don't insult me and call me a storyteller. Storing in Gullah is lying. I do not have time to lie to anybody. I live this culture. I live this tradition. So you see that this is staked off all the way down that area. You see it's staked off all of this area. So we about to meet with the county. Y'all want to update. I wanted you to know this should have what's going on. But if you don't speak up and you don't stand for your sacred land, nobody else will either. So thank you for all the 100 children. What a support week. This year the Queen quit. Love y'all. Peace, blessings, and strength.
Now, there is an old article, I think, talking about the genocide. I think, hold on, let me see if I talk. The genocide of the culture. Now, Queen has been fighting this for a very long time. I'm not sure whether they have got the lands or whatever. She seemed to have made bounds in certain things from when I first saw her before. And in fact, because they did actually get back a house as well. That's what in the video before I put up of the Gullah Geechees and Queen Quite. You see they're at a house and she's looking in the house and looking at the fireplace, etc., etc. So they did get some type of house with land or something, So that's what I gathered from that video. But I am going to replay that one as well. I think I have that one as well. So I'm going to look at the article concerning about the genocide of the culture itself. So there was actually something going on with the genocide of the culture where they was trying to take away the people from their cultural, not only their culture but only where they're living, etc., which have been said in many videos, and many Netflix program also spoke about it as well, where they're moving people on from the land, so therefore they got to fight for the land. So in this article here, the Gullah Geechee fighting against cultural genocide, how some descendants of the slaves are challenging the assumption that African culture was lost during the slave trade. So she's been fighting for this, fighting hard, nails, everything. So the Cascader song is raising with the midday heat, and Queen Quiet, Margreta Goodwin flits from one tent to the next. The fish fry is well underway. There are guests to greet, conversations to help to be offered. Tall with the head crowned with the cowrie shells and robes that flow to the ground, Goodwin looks like every bit a head of state, and that is the part. That is in part because she is one of the Gullah Geechee nation, and the Southeast United States elected her as its head upon the body. Its Queen Mother, chiefess, and spokesperson. A self-declared nation within a nation, the Gullah Geechee people are descendants of African slaves isolated on the coastal islands stretching from North Florida to North Carolina. Their ancestors combined West and Central African traditions to create a cultural entirety of their own. The language they speak is the only African American Creole created in the United States, a mishmash of English, African language, Creole, Mende, and Vai. But as Goodwin settles beneath the shade of an oak tree, she recalls the spectrum of the Gullah Geechee face. We don't really know if they have real culture. She remembers hearing the misconceptions worry Goodwin. She fears her culture is in danger of being lost, and especially as black identity is reduced to which is so-called monolith. African American studies first was prevailing assumptions that the slavery had destroyed any culture that the slaves had brought from Africa, which could have possibly survived more than 2 centuries of brutality and obsession and oppression. Some academics conclude that the blacks in the US had no culture independent of general American culture. The view was championed by Swedish noble Carl Gardner Morrill in the soaring study of the barriers facing African Americans. Morrill's work was so powerful that he was cited in discussion to delegate to American schools, but his assertion that the American Negro culture was merely a distorted development and unhealthy condition of American culture continues to ignite debate. Was every speak of the African culture lost in the transatlantic slavery? Is African history of discrimination the single of defining the aspect of African American culture? Goodwin bustles at the idea. I'm actually going to let her speak. Let me let her talk again.
This is our Christmas Brownie Advent Calendar. It is the perfect way to count down the days till Christmas and get into that festive spirit.
The Gullah Geechees descend from African people who were kidnapped and then enslaved during the transatlantic slave trade on the Sea Islands. Most of them came through Sullivan's Island, which is in Charleston County, South Carolina, which was where over 40% of all Africans enslaved in North America came through. And then it was sold, many of them, on the largest enslavement auction block in North America, which is now the city of Charleston, which was Charlestown, and then dispersed out on these Sea Islands. When we were dispersed on the Sea Islands, we had no bridges to any of these islands. And to this day, we still have sea islands without bridges. So it wasn't until the 1930s and 40s that many sea islands started getting bridges to the mainland. And that's when we started having an intermingling of other cultures with the African cultures that were on the island. So when one of the Yeti people are cracking teeth like this, that is the Gullah language. And over time, as people started coming in and spoke Elizabethan English, then one would get a little bit of this thing and tell one for gone yonder, forget the Korean thing for Nampon, which becomes Geechee, a bridge language or a pidgin or dialect of the Gullah language. And then, of course, a lot of people today speak like I do because literally Gullah was beaten out of them and through corporal punishment to say, no, we don't want you to speak that, because it was our own language that was created from all of these different African languages and dialects. Our people came to be known as Gullah because first the Angolans were the first Africans enslaved in this region directly from the continent, and that was the corruption of the word Angola. And then later, when there was a ban put on Angolans for being the ones always in the uprisings, we ended up with people enslaving Gola, Gola, and Gidzi, Gidzi, or the Kidzi, Kissee people. But we are the descendants of all of these African ethnic groups from the Senegambia down to Angola, and we're the blend of them. We are the literal embodiment of who they are, with our DNA, with our language, with our food ways, with our traditions, and with our spiritual practices.
Dave Chappelle also went down to where the Gullah Geechees or the schools and stuff. Well, this is a brief history where Dave Chappelle went on the teachings of the slaves, the houses, the occupations, and stuff like that. So I thought I'd bring this forward too, because this is all part of the puzzle. And then I will put up Queen's Quaint, her website as well, because she's really done a lot. The information on her is a lot. It's just trying to find the bits that is, fits in with what she's doing. There is a house one, but I'm not going to find that one because I did put that one up. That one's a rather long video, but it's what they're talking about in the house, about bringing it back, the wooden house. I think it was on the same land where she stood, or one of the lands where she stood. So I'm going to let this one play.
This is where education for Black people started in the entire South. I'm a Gullah girl. I'm born and raised here like they really are on sacred ground.
Walking around where people persevered and succeeded over the worst kinds of injustice is humbling and inspiring. Look at this little offering room.
Something wildly eerie about it. Jesus Christ. Zoinks. Scoob. This idea of the preservation of culture.
Yeah.
How it's all handed down.
This moss is crazy. Dude, let's go to Savannah before it gets dark and freezing.
Yeah, but we could do it. It's only an hour.
Sorry, it started again. Sorry, someone's just, when you're trying to do something, people just try to distract you. Anyways, so basically, the house, what she was looking at, I think was a museum that they reservated as well, which is what the lady was talking about. So I'm going to show a small video of the opening of it, and I'm going to try to show a couple more bits of what Queen Quiet does. Right, so I am going to do it now. Hold on, but I'm going to show her website. I think I'm going to show her because that's important that I do that right now. So this is her website. If you want more of an insight of her work, what she's doing, her videos, her books, and everything, she's done a lot. She's an activist. She's done, like I said, she's done a lot. I don't think I can even put all what she's done in one video, to be honest. Let me see if I can find. These are her chronicles. These are her chronicles. Let's see what more she's got. This is the Queen's Chronicles. Let's see this one.
Whereas the year 2013 marks the 500th anniversary of Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon's arrival on the east coast of Florida, and whereas as part of the 2013 Viva Florida 500 event, it is important to recognize and acknowledge the diverse cultures and narratives that have contributed to Florida's heritage. And whereas the Middle Passage represents a perilous focal point of the Atlantic slave trade, in which millions of people were enslaved and sent to the New World from Africa on ships. And whereas an estimated 15% or 2 million Africans died in the course of 500 years, beginning in the late 1500s during transit to ports in the New World. And whereas the Middle Passage ceremonies and Port Markers Project is intended to memorialize Africans who died during the transatlantic voyage from Africa. And whereas the Middle Passage Ceremonies and Port Markers Project plans to conduct ancestral remembrance ceremonies in all United States cities that were Middle Passage ports. And whereas the port of Old Town Fernandina followed the 1808 United States embargo banning the import of Africans, continued as an active Middle Passage port, and the slave trade here significantly increased under Spanish rule. And whereas slave ships used Fernandina as the location from which slaves were smuggled into the United States across the St. Mary's River. And whereas in 1811, the mercantile firm of Hiberson and Young built a wharf and a warehouse in Fernandina for supporting the slave trade. And whereas tax records and ship licenses from Spanish Florida illustrate the slave trade in Fernandina, with connections to Africa, the Caribbean, and Liverpool, England. And whereas the Old Town community is characterized by the history of its Spanish and African influences. And whereas the city of Fernandina Beach, in partnership with the Amelia Island Museum of History and Fort Clinch State Park, will remember on September the 28th, 2013, in Old Town, those who died via the Middle Passage or en route to Fernandina during a Middle Passage and Port Markers Project ceremony. Now, therefore, the city of Fernandina Beach, Florida, does hereby proclaim September 2013 as the Middle Passage Remembrance Month, and encourages all residents of and visitors to Fernandina Beach to remember the lives of those who perished during the Middle Passage and explore the heritage and cultural diversity of Fernandina Beach, Amelia Island, and the state of Florida.
In the tradition, in the African tradition, the drum calls the community. So Ron, I'm sorry, so that Ron will call the community to this ceremony.
The drum that I'm playing, do I need this microphone? Can everyone still hear me? The drum that I'm playing is called a Jimbei drum. Some people call it Jimbei. It all depends on what part of Africa you're from. When I first saw this drum, it was on the Lucille Ball, Desi Arnaz show. And after that, I wanted to play drums, and everyone wanted me to play the snare drum because there was something about playing this drum that people did not want you to hear or use. As I got older, I found out what it was. During the days of enslavement here in this country, this drum was used as an instrument to carry messages to each other, to peoples. So if you was caught playing this drum, you could lose your fingers, your hands, or one of your fingers or your hands to keep from playing it. You were not allowed to have this drum. So when I wanted to learn how to play it, they told me, no, you couldn't do that, play a snare drum. But I said, but Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz are playing on TV, why can't I? Okay, enough said and done with that. If you remember the movie Roots, Kunta Kinte was going out to make this drum for his younger brother when he was captured by the slave traders and brought to this country. So when saying all that, I'm going to play a piece that was taught to me by a gentleman by the name of Olawale Okulamele, who has passed on. So this is for him.
A circle if you're able around the stage.
The storm. You know the storm is passing over. Hallelujah. It's just so long, crying, Lord, give we more time for cry. I've been in this your storm so long. Oh, this your heart need. Oh, this your heart need time. Crying, Lord, Lord, give we more time for pride. I've been in this your storm so long. Oh, night of immortal. Oh, night of immortal. Crying, Lord, give we more time for prayer. I've been this your storm so long. Crying, Lord, give we more time for prayers. I've been in this your storm so long. This your day. I mean, I ask everybody for close the eye for this your journey. Run to this your point. You God to make them so say, the black gold, the black cargo, be upon this your island, this your place. Well, now you're about called Fundina. You're about called Miri Island. This your ain't been in the home. And the evil, Mandinka, Baliki, Yuriba, Gullah Geechee, Mendi, Temni, Fiki, Bibio. And that Tifre, Bakibula. Come here. This your land. Cast them down. Sell them here. This your land in the called Old Town. Come here. This your land called Georgia. Where I was, some Guine, Carolina. And up like Rachel. Place like a Kingsley. Place like a lady. Wait, what do you think? Then on the show. Or what they call American Beach. They mean this thing, yeah. For evil. Go on with it for good. So this your day. We're going to take this your moment of silence. But our ancestors will come through this your thing. Call it middle passage. See, Ashe. when we together in a place like this, and we to pour the water, anything like that, because water to bring we, water going to take we back. When we do this, what we call libation. You honor we ancestors, and we say, Ashe. When we pour the all the corner of the heart. Because we know, see, we ancestors them. When they come in, and if they come in from the east, we pour for them, and we will say, Ashe. We know, see, some of them not steady. And that's your bondage and things like that. Well, one of they get about called slavery after they come through the Middle Passage. We know, see, some skip from you. Some of them were 100 years about caught on seminar today. And up to going west. And whenever they're going west, they're going to fight for freedom. So all them were the going west. We boy, we say, Ashe. And then for them, we're going to going north. From this your land. We're going to carry them north from Old Town. But sell them, you know. But cast them up on plantation and thing, all to place like a Sabalo, all to place like a Jekyll, all to place like a St. Simon, all to place like a Darien, all to place like a Savannah, all to place like a Benvine, all to place till they get up to Carolina and thing like that. And for all of them, what survived that thing, well, we know in America, 150 years ago, we born and we say, Ashe. And for them, still be thief. Still been a kind after the 150 years. Some of them will bring righteous to where they stand today. Had them chained down, bind down, kind in from that water there, where we just see. Them be still there in the south. Even when they say the Civil War been going on, it been a cave out in ya. Throw them like it been nothing. Have a double to lick funny back. For all them will survive righteous in War Town. We boy and we see, Ashe. For all the elder, we answer to them. Whoever that in the reconstruction come across here and then to walk right upon this your shoreline. They walk in the oyster factory and thing like that. Who be on all these your home and thing. What a day you all through the block. What a day they but in line with many people and tear down a legacy. But we never forget who wanted to be. We pull and we see Ashe. For all the children and the children. But they can't hide we. Who the dare ya from Fundina? Who the dare ya from Yulee? Who the dare ya from Nassauville? Who the dare ya from O'Neill? Who the dare from all of this your part of the Gullah Geechee nation? Who the whole bunny culture? Who know we the say we Gullah Geechee and not the people. The boy we say, Ashe. And now, you give her a chance. When you do a ceremony like this, you call out your ancestors there. Who been in the sacred ancestors? Who done cross over? But who learn you something while you be there? Something positive for your whole pond. Something that you can learn the next generation of children so they know who it be. So this your day. We honor the beach lady, Marvin Battery, boy, we say, Ashe. And honor Gullah Jack, we boy, we say, Ashe. And honor Abraham Lincoln Lewis, we boy, we say, Ashe. For all of them, the Afro Life Insurance Company, we point, we say, Ashe. Now we give you a chance for, call out your ancestors' names. For add to this year today. For give them honor. Their soul be strong enough. But make them true. All the years, yeah. Ashe. 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 And for all of the ancestors who name a thing we don't remember now, we pour and we see Ashe. 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 And let the church say, Amen. Oh, 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 freedom. Oh, oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, but
I would watch more, but I can see the participants at the sides and the back, and it's like, I don't know, but that was a very powerful libation. I think she's just trying to educate the peoples that is there. But anyway, we'll just move on, innit? We'll move on. She's wrote books as well. She writes books. Well, yeah, sorry about that child, Anyways, yes, so Queen Quiet has written some books as well. She's written children's books. Let me show you. She's written children's books. This is her one of her books. The thing will move out. That's it. She's written children's books, and I think she's got another book. Oh, there you go. She's written 2 books. So she's an author as well. Now, remember I was talking about the museum. There is a lady who's talking about the museum that the Gullah Geechees was to show their heritage and show people information on the Gullah Geechees. The Gullah Geechee food is actually quite interesting because it reflects a lot of dishes of the Caribbean and Africa and all over. Because I did identify a few things from the cooking. Okay. And there is a Netflix program. I think I've done a build on it already where he asked about the Gullah Geechee. They explain about the foods and all that stuff. He does a whole program on the foods, and Gullah Geechees was one of the delicacies that turned up in the program. So, but Queen Quiet, she's got 2 books that she's written also, right? So she has in her hands right now on this picture. So I'm going to show you the museum part. Hold on, let's get to this part.
People told stories, and they told stories about animals, and they always used the trickster like the fox and the rabbit. Our people had to do this because they had to survive. They had to go through slavery. They had to go through because we had to be able to talk about them that they went through. Everybody didn't decide to go through. Some people say, I'm not going through that. Before I be a slave, I'd rather be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. And some of them took their own self out, okay? But some of them went through, and they use these stories, they use prayers, they use songs, and they use things like the ring shout, and all to help them to go through. So they told stories about the elephant, and
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about that one. But anyway, now the elephant, you all know that it's a big head, ain't it? Okay, if I throw you now, don't mind, I'm going to speak to God. Okay? But anyhow, the elephant have been some big creature, and now they've been two elephants, and of course they've been a big old people, and they had 2 children. Well, the children them get up all time and night and they won't eat. And they've been a boy children, girl them boy children eat plenty. So now the elephant get up and he cooked the big pot of beans and rice and things, because the boy and them children eat so much, and now the children they never want no plate, they want pan, they ain't want no fork, they want spoon. So anyhow, this your boy named Sam, that boy eats so. Now the boy they get big. One day the boy tell him, Ma, say, see a gal, say, we want to marry them. So he tell Ma, say, Ma, say, see this girl, say, oh God, say, Ma, you talking about pretty, that's a pretty gal. Say, well, boy, who the devil let you see so pretty, you want to marry them? Say, Ma, this girl named Susie. Susie? Oh yeah, say, boy, so you tell your pa? Say, no, I ain't tell him. Oh, you better go tell him. Boy, going to tell it, Pastor, I see this gal. Said, great God, that gal so pretty. Said, I want to marry her. Say, well, yeah, boy. He said, well, who that gal is? Said, this gal, you need Susie. Susie. Boy, where that gal said? Say, stay right down that road. Oh, God. Boy, Cabby, let me see that gal who you married him. Boy, Cab, Pastor, Pa, what you think? Said, the gal pretty. Said, The Pa, that gal, great God, boy, pray to God, that gal, she's good to see her. Boy, you can't marry that gal. So why you can't marry him? Oh, God, boy, you can't marry that gal. Pa, why you can't marry him? See, boy, got something to tell you, but I can't talk the thing you had. That boy, that gal was sister. What sister? I ain't know nothing about no sister. Ma ain't never tell me nothing. She said, boy, your man don't know nothing about the thing. See, I said, oh, God, boy, you for go find another one. So the boy, looking at the boy, loved the gal, so it take the boy a long time to get over the thing that the boy been love the gal. So anyhow, the boy find another gal. Said, Ma, I said, I find a gal. Say, boy, say, what happened to the other gal? I said, I can't tell you. Say, well, boy, who the hell you find now? Say, this gal, your name, Lizzie. Lizzie, boy, where that gal stay? You tell your pa? No idea. Well, you better. Boy, you tell your pa. Find a gal. Say, oh, yeah? Say, boy, who the hell you find now? This gal, your name, Lizzie. Lizzie. Oh, God. Boy, where that gal stay? Pa, that gal stay way over yonder. Hey, God, boy, see ya? Can't let me see that gal who you married. Boy, can't Pa. The Pa weird things, and the pretty said, The Pa, and that gal, she go, God, that gal, she good, but boy, come here. Got something to tell you. Can't talk this thing you have. Boy, you can't marry that gal. Pa, what you mean I can't marry the gal? Pa, you tell me that last time. Oh, God, boy, you can't marry. Pa, why I can't marry this gal? Boy, see ya? Sister, another sister gave her. Great God, Pop. Great God, boy, look here. Boy, I tell you, Ma. Boy crying now. Well, the boy, mama come home, the boy done pack up all the clothes them had, and clothes them on the piazza and the crocus sack.
When the Gullah Geechees talk, it sounds like they're talking Bajan, a cross between Bajan and Guyanese. That's what I hear when I hear them talk. It sounds like a Bajan accent. It really sounds like a Bajan accent. I'm sure if I pulled up a Bajan accent right now, it would line up because the way in which the language is spoken, right? When Bajans are talking, that's exactly how they talk like this. It is so, you see, people are always connected in so many different ways. It can be through the food, through words, dance. There's always a connection in some way. That's why I always say to people, don't like never say, oh no, well, I'm not African. Because you don't, some people don't know. Some people can actually identify where they come from, where they at due to parents and grandparents, etc., etc., etc. But in this case, I can definitely hear Bajan in this lady right now. The way she's telling the story, it sounds like a Bajan woman talking. It doesn't sound like she's American. It's just the twang of the tongue, you know. But I'll play her a little more. And anybody who's from Barbados, you tell me she don't sound like a Bajan. She sound like a Bajan.
The boy, the fix will leave home. So, Ma said, boy, see where you? So what you cry for? Said, Ma, I got left from around here. Boy, how you mean you got left from here? Yeah, I won. Boy, how you mean you won? Boy, yes, Ma, I can't find it, but boy, I can't find a way from here. How you mean you can't find a way? Ain't you are two? No, Ma, I can't marry them. How you mean you can't marry them? What you talk about? Ma, I got left. The boy just started packing up his clothes. Ma said, wait a minute, boy. So what you talk about? Ma, Pa said, I can't marry them. Say, what happened? So I can't marry none. What? Yes, why the going? No, boy, said, don't go. No, said, don't leave your ma. No. The boy come in and said, I got something to tell you, but I can't talk this thing you had. Said, marry anyone that woman you want married. No, ma, I can't do the boy. You hear what I said? I said, marry anyone that woman you want married. You hear what I say? Ma, I can't do that because Pa said, my sister, boy. I said, marry anyone that woman you want married. He ain't your pa neither.
Yeah, that accent sounds so familiar. It's unreal. Anyways, she Right, remember she talking about the graveyard. She went there and she Queen Quiet, that is. She went to the Gulagici grave where they had houses and stuff built, as she explained. I've actually got a video of her there originally. I think it's the original one before they cleared out. I'm not sure. But I'm also gonna, I'm gonna take this time out to show the food, because food connects everything. Food makes everything. Food is a connection to family, culture, environment, everything, So I'm going to show the food. Oh, have I lost it? Oh, man. Yeah, I lost it. Oh, here it is. Found it. Found it. The Gullah Geechee is quite a wide tradition. The traditions, the people, the heritage as well. There's quite a big tradition. As I was gathering information, looking at the foods and etc., the talk, the language, everything, there is a lot within their culture. There is a lot. So I'm going to show the food because, like I said, the food is part of everything too. See if we can get it right.
Peas, for sure. See, these are really red. Upland rice, which is a dry land rice, not a lagoon or marsh rice. It grows on dry soil. Right now, we have a renaissance. The appeal of Gullah cuisine is really, really spreading throughout the country. People are interested in this culture, and food is the best way to kind of show a culture sometimes. You get it in your belly, you get a taste of it. I'm Chef BJ Dennis, and I am an ambassador for Gullah Geechee culture through food. Hoppin' John is a part of the rice culture. It came through the African diaspora. You see peas and rice in so many cultures, but the roots of it go back to West Africa. It's become synonymous with New Year's Eve because of good luck. Peas and rice represent good luck. You have a bit of greens, represents money. You got good luck and you got money, right? You can't beat that. First thing with Hoppin' John is if you're using some smoked meat, you want to get that in the pot and get that boiling. So you want to get that nice and tender. We're going to crank this stove right on up and throw a lid on it. And we let that go for about 30, 40 minutes until it's nice and tender. So while we got our ham hock, boiling, we can start prepping up our other stuff. We got a nice white onion right here. We're just gonna do a nice little dice on this onion. Flavor comes out better. Actually adds a little dimension of sweetness. So we got a nice green pepper today. We're not gonna need all this. So I'll probably do about half of this green bell pepper, small dice. So we're gonna take 2 cloves of garlic that we're gonna mince. And one of the secrets to mincing garlic is add a little bit of salt. It will help from sticking and makes your life easier. And it's all about what you like. Some people like a little more garlic than others. This is a dish that you cook, how you feel, your vibrations, what you like. And one thing we also want to do is make sure we go through our peas to see if there's any peas like this right here. Till this day, some people still hand shell the peas. If you grew up with country parents, you really remember those days on the porch with your granny shelling peas. You may not have liked it, but you had to do it if you wanted to eat. Our ham hock is kind of at the halfway point. The skin's starting to separate, it means it's starting to loosen up. I'm gonna take a little bit of these peas. Probably gonna do about a cup to a cup and a half of peas in here. I got our Sea Island red peas in here. These are especially important to our Gullah Geechee culture because these peas are supposedly an original descendant from West Africa and one of the peas that came here through the transatlantic enslavement trade. So these are very, very important. We're just starting to see these come back. We got our onion, bell pepper, and garlic. We're gonna get some of that into the pot. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this homemade pepper vinegar. This is a personal preference. It gives a little aromatic flavor, gives a little bit of heat, a little bit of sweetness, and a little bit of acidity, just a little bit of acidity. And we're gonna give this a quick stir just to see where we at. Our peas are cooking. And at this point, like I said, you gotta watch your water. So in a little bit, I may have to add a little more water because the peas may suck up some of that liquid. But at this point also, I'm going to add some more dry spices. It kind of helps give it a little, I call it a little boom to the pot. A little more flavor, a nice essence. Pinch of salt. I have onion powder, garlic powder here. A good pinch of onion powder, good pinch of garlic powder. Paprika. I don't know if they call it paprika, but my Geechiness would say paprika. Cayenne pepper. Got a little bit of seasoning salt. And a little bit of garlic salt. I'm gonna give that a stir. The peas have started to soak up a lot of the water. Peas need water so it can bloom. So we're gonna add a little more water and put our lid on and let it ride. Just enough to cover. Now we grab our rice. We're gonna take it over to our sink and give it a nice little rinse. We're gonna wash this rice until the water clears. We want the greens to be, green for green, separate. We call it dry, but not dry in the sense it's dry to the palate, but just dry like every grain is separate, but moist. It's kind of the Gullah Geechee way. We're probably gonna do this about 4 to 6 times. With this type of rice, because it's not processed, it cooks differently than what our typical store rice.
That rice looks like fonio. But anyways, let him continue.
So you want to definitely give it a wash. That neutralizes the starches in it, and it won't be as sticky. All right, so I'm gonna check my Seattle red peas. Give it a taste. Pretty much want the beans to be cooked where it would be edible right then and there. Tender. So now we go grab our rice. Get our rice in there. And at this point, we're gonna add just enough water to cover the rice. Add a little more water here. Put our pot back on the stove, give it a little stir, and we get a little taste to make sure our salt level, our spice level is where we want it. If I go back 3 times, I'm happy. It's tasting good. Lid on. And we let it cook for 30 minutes. All right, so now we want to check on our Hoppin' John. Looking nice and luscious, ready to roll. We always fluff our rice with a fork. Make sure the grains are nice and separate. I think I'm happy with that. We're going to dish this up.
He looks like gongo peas on rice, or pilau rice. To me, in Trinidad, there's a dish called pilau rice, right? And the meat is added to the food. The pilau rice is brown in color. You can use gongo peas. I think it's the same brown peas we use too. Like I said, food have a connection. There's always a connection to food. Food's connected to many places, many origins, many places. So it's strange because his food actually looks like pilau rice. Or forgot the next rice that is called is brown. There's jambalaya. Jambalaya has a little more stuff in it. Meat is added. Sorry, I love food. Sorry, But yeah, this looks like pilau rice to me. Okay, so yeah, I'll let him continue.
Here we have y'all South Carolina Hoppin' John, the Gullah Geechee way.
So what I'm going to do, I'm also going to flow back to when she went back to the graveyard site, and she sat in the graveyard site for a while. This is Queen Quiet. She sat in the graveyard space for a while, must be praying, meditating, looking at her achievements that she's able to get this place. I am going to show her. Hold up. Give me a minute.
1500, 1600, 1700, 1900, and there. In this song, we call Santi Elena. It's in 10 albums. Rachel, easy go to one of the Susan. This is time. And see the living in many veins. We be the one. Was still a star to show. Remember that. Take one. Remember. Now we say, the time I will go to all I know. I will bring you back to the remembrance. The time, you know, we used to have setups with one another. What of each other's spirit. At time, he would have come on, sick until he was. Raise up a nap on anything like that. Now they should be. Where you going? Look like you're chewing in the door. Where you going? Look like you're not studying tall. Then wait a minute to cross over. People are caught up one another. By the time they call, we be there. You see honor them soon. We've been our ancestors. Some just go on to the rim. It's your weekend. Some people right on the ceiling. The more somebody going to school. We're finding these young areas where we know. Ready was the one for Benya. 1800s. Storms on Camp Lenny. Camp Lenny, we say, the water bring we. Water going to take me back. So this your time. People are cutting into these yards. Want the water, but not honor their ancestors. Water so much of a bill. We stand for say this your water. Say that shit for God. But people are getting sick. They should be loud, but come and build over. Sick. We know this sick. Because God can bless we. But which time planet is time? So no one until expect me for high. About the water. I need it. You can't hold a critter like this. It was poor the last several days. God make them so. He had his sauce in Chili Jordan. God make the temperature. Study with the water. They'll say, oh, storm coming in the cool. But flood everything. There's a half of wine outdoors. But do that. God tell me days ago. I need them for sick. Study sick. The teacher thing we not do dry on soap. Here for sure. If for truth. True honor of our ancestors. Evil. Mandinka. Malinke.
Sorry, it's echoing. Sorry.
Gullah Geechee. Temni. Ifik. Ibibio. Yamasi. Kusabo. And Listo. Free. God in his spirit. So, what then ya? This is your life when you slide. Brother was. One for the Major family with their backyard. Brother was. Instant John. Who turned the show into one? Go on, all the 3 weeks. I have so much to chill out. heaven. I carry on. Go on yonder. And you feel another day. I ain't gonna do it. Some people that wonder still how we gonna come here. Even this your day.
You know what's so strange is I was supposed to do a short live on her, right? And I ended up finding a lot of stuff. I've turned into you, like the investigator. Right? I normally go and I find my information in it, and it's like right, normally it would have been a short one, but you know what? There's certain things that I did miss out in the first video I did of her. And I thought I have to go in depth with this one for people who don't take time out to research who she is or know who she is or whatever. You know, it's important when you salute people who's doing the work, who's literally going up and around the place doing stuff, you know. I mean, she is a very amazing woman, you know. I mean, she has a Christian part to her, from what I gathered from the video I did put up. But when when I'm listening to them talking, I can hear Bajan. You know, being I am half Bajan myself. The food they cook, like I said, the guy he literally cooked pilaf rice. I'm like, wow, that is pilaf rice. What he made without the chicken in it. You know, ugh, somebody just keeps bothering my soul. Hold on a minute. Or maybe, you know, like um so she has so many strength to her bow, so many, and it's like it's unreal. You can just see she is a queen. You can't, there's no question about it. You know, queen has presence. They have fundamental values. They're the ones who govern the community. Not only that, she linked up with Olatunji village. Like when I normally, like not a lot of people link up with Olatunji village, or they have links to Olatunji village. Not a lot of people know about Olatunji village. She linked up to Olatunji village. She got a scroll or proclamation. She's the last representative of the. Oh, she is. Has so haven't she got children to carry on what she's doing, her work? Because you know, she needs ones to carry on her work. The Gullah Geechee are the last. Yeah. I know they are. I know. Um, them and the chat towels is another lot I wanted to look at as well. The chat towels and stuff. You know, she is very, very, very dignified lady for what I see. You know, so when she's doing certain stuff and she's singing and she's putting libation, oh, she's the head of the village. So when I see her, she sings, you know, that soul singing. She has that soul in her, that soul, that deep soul. Oh, I was wondering because she does look like she's an old soul. Like she's not from this time. She's from another time. But yeah, she is very amazing woman. Very amazing woman. Even when I found her website, I was like, wow, she have a website too. And she's a spiritual head as well. She's active on Facebook. But if you want, I can see if I can. Yeah, even if you do an interview with her, it's fine. However, you know what I mean? I would just piggy off that. You know what I mean? She is so amazing woman. She is amazing. Honestly. Honestly. I can't pick her up more than I can. She's like the Fundi Fee. She is Fundi Fee on another level. But yeah, I'm gonna play it because you can hear the baby coming. Hold up.
How we remember the elders? How we remember them what ancestors? How we remember all of this shit? You study with them. It's your soul. They're gonna need you. Go out and take on. But bless we. We know who we be. We thank you, God. But God, we ask us the true faith. We pray this hour. All these children were there, yeah, the sucker. But rid of us. That on a sucker be a book. That on a sucker be all this your quick shoe. All that ocean, but wrong and wrong with you. On a blessing people. May I look on the shoreline. Quiet to all this your secret lands. They buried here. Rest his souls, God. Rest his souls, God. Rest his souls. Rid of us. Take the power you give me answers. Let him rest in me. Let him grind into the chiller. So they can have this.
And what's interesting, because over here I was saying to these lot over here that they need to go to the sites where the slaves were being brought over and stuff to pour libation. That was one of my things that I really wanted people to do, but they didn't listen to me, so I just left it. Like near where I live, Greenwich, there is where they ported them, where they bought them as well. So heaven knows. Right, like I said, right, we are all linked together in some way or fashion, whether you care to accept or not accept. Some people, like my roots, I know my roots is of African descent. There's nobody can tell me that. Even though I'm from the part of the indigenous in a kind of a way. So when I look at Queen Quite, there is something about her. You know, when you look at somebody, there's something about her. You know, there's this something. There's this something. I don't know what it is. But I do believe she has come to bring something back, you know, like they say the Sankofa. She's Sankofa. She's bringing back the heritage, the everything, and hopefully there'll be people to continue her work. Okay, so yeah, so I let the video continue.
Great. I'll be the one for carry on. And next generation. God right now. Bless up this your land.
Yeah, the grave site. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna look at right now. This is the grave site. I think this is one of them.
Take the spirit of death off. God take this blindness off. God take the scales from your eye with you. God bless up this your land. Now make this your blessing pass. Never be a blessing future. Bring them what God vision. Move the stumbling block from you. This your day. Pray. The honor for blessed we. You say, take it, God. But hold back the storm. Hold back the hurricane. Hold back the tropical storms. We say, take it for them who don't know enough. But thank you, God. We're right now. Vision, unity, love, peace, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Come in the spirit of these children. They are joined together. And they ain't gonna be tried on soon.
Yeah, it looks too close to the highway. Yeah, you're right.
We know for sure.
Yeah, not enough trees. Yeah.
Blessing me. For blessing these ancestors. Let them rest peacefully. Thank you, God.
Yeah, I think this is one of the grave sites, somewhere near the highway.
For this your day, ever fall. We say Ashe. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe.
And let the church say, hey.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so
Yeah. From what I've seen, she does a lot of ceremonies, a lot of different ceremonies, a lot of different stuff going on. She's everywhere. She's literally everywhere. So let me see if I can. Yes.
Come take this your journey with me. The shores of these your sea islands and things. look out to this your water. When we done be black, we all stop at so much a different time and thing like that. For keep we line the stand and thing like that. Even as this wind blow, to bring the water in so. Yeah, the same water will bring we in, quite take we back like we ancestors been to do. Grind down this your shoreline for the thing for we now want to. But now as things are changing, we're getting blocked off, blocked out, as the rising tides are now a place on which we stand, where it ought to be dry land, where the fields are that we feed each other from. It's unlike when our ancestors grew this Carolina gold and they had the dikes and they could control the flooding. Yes, the same land that was to be given from Charleston and all the abandoned rice fields southward to Fernandina, where my ancestors, who be Gullah Geechee, planted this soil. They pumped the water to bring it up above ground, and the same land that they cleared by hand that we plant even unto this day now is no longer like they used to be with the horse-drawn carts and the mules. We still work it by hand. We still carry on the traditions that they did. We have the seeds that they left, that Carolina gold that goes not only in the soil but into our souls as we pridefully keep up their traditions in the midst of what is changing. Yes, the climate all around us, but yet we hold on to our culture. We find the rice. We get it from the elders and think, how for do them like it used to do them back in Yona, as we hold upon every seed but carry through to the next generation. And so as we find, we hold on to the hands and we nurture the seeds as we harvest these same fields that they worked. And yet, we have to hold on to this for the next generation as they did for us. So as we prepare the meals for now, we also have to prepare them somehow for the future. We preserve them. We put them away in the jars, because even within hours of harvesting from the same fields, we're now finding that also is incoming the waters.
Look at this. This is madness. I had just harvested there, and within the half an hour, look at that. Just took the pictures of me getting the okra and tomatoes for the day. And talking to my plants. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, lamb
cut 'em just in time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
We are adapting. We're still growing. We're still harvesting, but we are taking our traditions and going back to old landmark, even as the sea levels rise and we are amidst the roots. We know that we, as our ancestors were in the midst of the hurricanes, are victoriously Gullah Geechee, this yada who we be, as we know Hunter must take care of the root, to heal the tree. Thank you for taking this lead journey with me to this your land.
So as Trips has sent me the official, right, because I did come across it. I did actually come across it as well. I'm gonna put up her official website but I think Tar spoke about Queen Quiet as well. Queen Quiet. So I'm gonna put up her website as well. Actually, this website as well, so people can see what's going on. Okay, so the Gullah Geechee is on the coast. So there is an ecosystem, then there are land disputes. Yeah. I just put up that one where she explained it. Just give me the word and I'll reach out to you. Okay, then I will do that. Yeah, because she seems very interesting, honestly. Like this is that Trips is talking about as well, which I did look at before. Oh yeah, Trips. Did they get the land or in any way, or because they got back some land, like some grave sites. So did they get back some of the lands that they took from them? Because some of them was being moved on, weren't they? It was trying selling off the lands and moving them on. Yeah, she does. She can really sing. She has a beautiful voice. She really do have a beautiful voice. So the Hilton Head Islands gentrified genocide by Queen Quiet of the Gullah Geechee Nation. See, I'm gonna read it, but what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna show the page so people can go over and read what she is doing because, um, like I said, when people is doing works, all right, if you can add to what they're doing, or add to the work or something. I mean, like I'm all up for people giving little something to the works because you can actually see that she's doing the work. She ain't just talking. She's not like YP, etc., etc. She is actually doing the work. She's actually doing the work, and it's not like she's not talking like as a conscious woman, or she's not coming off like that. She seems to be coming off of like, I want my traditions. I want my traditions sorted. I want my traditions to be put in the archives. I am not about um I'm not pretending or nothing. She is who, like, what you see is what, to me, I think when you're looking at her, what you see is what you get. And there is many like her. There's many out there doing works, but it's just finding them sometimes, you know. Hi, Sister Amma. Hi. It's just finding them, finding the ones who's doing the works out there. Queen Quiet, she's been at this for a very long time. And I thought the video I put up of her before, I was not happy. I had to come back and redo a proper video of her, because the little bit I did put up on the open panel, when I heard because I think I did watch a little bit of the video before I put it up, because one was of a Zoom and she's praying on the Zoom. But at the beginning, she sings this beautiful song. The song was so beautiful. And you know what YouTube did? It's copy claim. I'm like thinking to myself, the song is a beautiful song, and you couldn't even let me just have that song. Yeah, she is very. Yeah, I would definitely say I have a lot of respect for her. I'm still trying to find some of the Choctaw people as well. I know there's a lot of them on here, on the net, on the net. Sometimes you see them in passing, they'll be on panels and stuff. But I want to. Sometimes it's good to see the chiefs, the actual chiefs who's in the background, so that you can connect with them by seeing them as well. As well. And a lot of her stuff is copyright. Why it is best to do. Yeah, true. Her songs are amazing. She absolutely, she is a singer. Yeah. Because of the time differences, it's really hard to clench certain peoples. Yeah, there is a lot of scammers that is using their stuff. There is a lot. And it's a shame because their works just get hidden. It's just hidden under a pile of shit. When I looked into her a little more, I mean, I looked into her before. Like I said, the video that I did of her previously, there's one I did of her and she's talking like little slices, I think. I was happy with the video. I had to come back and do it. I was meant to even last night, do a video, and I don't know, I fell asleep. And This morning, I don't know. I was looking at it and I was thinking, no. You gotta actually do this video properly. Do not rush it. Do not be in the noisy area or whatever. Let's give her what is due. And that's why the totems will work, because we can hitch the lives together, and you don't have to be there, but your life will be so your people can see. Uh, because mine's ain't upgraded one. I might have to download your one or go to your one and do it like that, because it's easier for me to do it like that. That's how I work sometimes. But however, I mean, yeah. I know what you mean, but I haven't. But don't you have to have an upgraded one to do it? This is not upgraded. This one, I'm not upgrading it. It's not worth me upgrading it. Yeah. So. However, even if you get the interview of her, it's fine. As long as I hear who she is, deeper side of her, because I know there's a lot more to her. I think the videos just shows the deepness of her works and stuff like that. But to hear her, to actually talk to her, that would be something else. But even if you do the interview, is fine. I'm not gonna, it's not. It's information for the peoples, because people need to know who she is. They need to know who she is, because she have 4 slots. So I just give you one. Okay, no, but it's fine. Even if you do interviews, fine. It's fine. It's fine. I ain't gonna or nothing. There's loads of stuff out there. You know what I mean? There's loads of information and stuff. But yeah, even if you do it, I can just download it and apply it to me. That's however it works. Because I must will be sleeping. The time difference is really hard to keep up with. But yeah, she is amazing woman. Amazing woman. She amazing woman. I'm gonna see if I can find more on the food. I love the food, just looks so nice. Let me see if I can find more on the food. Anyways, I'm going back to the food thing. Going back to the food. Okay, let me stop this one and let me just run to the food one again. The food is that even when they talk about the peas, it looks like gongo peas.
What we can do now is we can make some good old Southern red rice. That red rice is always a killer. Everybody look for that red rice on Friday night. Red rice with a mullet fish fly, leg crossing. Hey, cause you think you in hog heaven. Man, that's the way to go. But that been in our diet for so many years, cause you could always go catch your fish and have your red rice right there. The ingredients for the red rice is right here. You got your garlic, salt, and your black pepper. And for your red rice, for that sauce, always need a couple teaspoons of brown sugar. It'll help keep them from biting at you, but boy, it'll make that flavor so much better. And your onion, you got to make sure have your onion now, because you saute your onion with a little bit of canola oil, but you have your onion, and you got your cayenne pepper. Your cayenne pepper is the key. And your tomato sauce. 1 quart of tomato sauce with 2 quarts of water, and you got it made. All right, getting ready to add my onion. Saute my onion. I'm gonna saute your onion and let it get about half done. It's turned brown a little bit. Once that onion start releasing some of that flavor into the oil, see, and the oil is a carrier. The oil will take all that seasoning and put them all together, and can make them taste so good it'll hurt yourself. Just right now, add my salt to it. black pepper, tiny bit of cayenne. You don't want to put too much. You just want the flavor. You just want the flavor. Then now, add your garlic. Now, one thing you don't want this garlic get brown on you. Burn on it. Then now, add the sweetness to it. Add your little sugar. Then now you're going to...
Do you know what, right? He adding the sugar to the peas. You know, when I'm making, when I haven't got browning, I make stew chicken. And I have to brown I brown the sugar, I brown the onions, I brown whatever I season the chicken, then I add the chicken to the brown sauce what I made. Also, when the chicken's browned up real nice, then I add the rice, kidney beans, add extra seasoning to taste, add more pepper. Pilau rice, you know. This is pilau rice. Honestly, it's pilau rice. No one can't tell me no different. Yeah, yeah, tomato rice. Yeah, there's tomato rice. There's a jambalaya. I think jambalaya they add a little bit of browning or something into it as well. You know, this is pilau rice. This is West Indian pilau rice, y'all. West Indian pilau rice. Any West Indian is cooking food. And they watch these cookery programs, and they watch the Gullah Geechee's cookery. Pilau rice, y'all. And then you add, or if not kidney beans, you add gongo peas to it. You mix it up. Lovely. Honestly. This is pilau rice, honestly.
Stir it all together. You don't want your garlic to get brown on you. When you got to almost be ready to add your water to it first. Add your water to it. You want to let it come to a little boil. Then you add your sauce to it. Yeah,
for real,
this is
innit?
what we want right here.
Pilau rice up to 400, you
boil,
pilau rice,
together,
y'all.
all our flavors coming
They call
together.
it pilaf rice and pilau rice.
Come
They
together.
call it
Now
pilau
I'm
rice.
getting ready to add my tomato sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you let that come to a boil. And man, you gonna have something here then. Add my tomato sauce.
You add in the tomato sauce. Well, like I don't always add tomato sauce to my mixture, but yeah, it is similar.
Now you can stir it. Now you got to let it come to a boil. See, when you put it in a boil like that, that's when the sauce and the water come together as one. Right now, I'm getting ready to add my rice to the pan to make this southern red rice dish.
Oh, he's doing it in the oven. I would do it on the top. I would do it on the hob. That'd be me.
Now we're going to add the sauce to it.
Jollof rice, similar to this too. So they make jollof rice like this too, with the tomato, but they season the tomatoes with tomato,
alright, you just want to make sure that your sauce cover your rice.
Curry powder.
Oh
gosh,
boy, look at that.
Look at
that. It'll be some pretty rice. Alright. And now we need to cover it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same with Trinidad, the same thing.
Make sure when you cover
and Jamaica, cow heel soup, chicken foot soup.
We gonna take this.
Those was left off from the master's table.
350. for about 30
I
to
think I'm
35
shouting. Hold
minutes.
on. Let me see if
And
I'm
then you
shouting.
take a fork and fluff it, and man, you got some good red rice. Now you got the finished product.
Chicken foot soup. Cow heel soup.
Hey, look at that.
That's
look at
jollof
that.
rice.
You want to fluff it? Loosen it
That's
up?
jollof rice.
Oh man, there's some good red rice.
Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I didn't do this late.
Got
I'll be
yourself some good
shouting.
red rice here.
That is jollof rice. That is jollof rice. Look at the color. Oh, damn. That is jollof rice, man. Can't tell me no different. Let me see where else I got. Oh, yeah. Right. Remember the house that I think on the first video, I found that house is a Virginia house that they were restoring. So she's part of the like you said, the restoration group, innit? So I'm gonna show the house. I'm not gonna stay on here long. I'm gonna try to get off because I could just go through video after video. That's on the Gullah Geechee people alone. Gosh, they sound Bajan. They're my family, yo. She could be my family. She could be my family because my face is elongated a little bit like hers too. I was looking at her face, her cheekbones. We could be family. Who knows? We could be family from another mother. Yeah, I'll go. Oh yeah, okay. I'll go to the Facebook. Hold on, let me go to the Facebook.
Shot through the heart, and you're.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Does them say? Yes, funny enough that you pulled up this. I pulled up this already, you know. I pulled up this already. Ooh, we thinking alike. Yes. Please, people, follow the Gullah Geechee. Everybody on there, mother, father, everybody. You know, just sometimes you have to, even if you by liking the pages, what they do, the YouTube videos, them sort of stuff there. Wow. Amazing people, honestly. She could be my family. Seriously. She could be my family. We look kind of alike-ish. Kind of, our face-wise. Oops, let me take this off. Right. Don't send no messages. It's gonna it's gonna jump up on the page, and people people ain't gonna see everything that you're doing. Okay. Okay. Oops. It's still going. Okay. Okay. So this is her page, the Gullah Geechee Nation page. Did I like it? Oh yeah, I did like it. Oh, there's loads of other pages too. There's loads. Take time out and look at the pages. Get to know. Okay? Oh, wow. She's on TikTok. She's on TikTok. Okay. Right. Leslie said show her pictures. Hold on. Let me show her pics. Let me see if you can see it. Oh, you can see it. Okay. Okay. This is a nice picture of her. Look at that. She looks like other people that I know as well. She reminds me of a lot of people. I like this one. This is my favorite one. That one's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's see if I could find a house that she's fixing. They got the house on here. Oh yeah, this one. This is such a beautiful picture. I like this picture. Let me see. Is it gonna show the house? My little one singing. I gotta go deal with her hair. YouTube do actually make you addicted. And the beautiful flag. I like that suit. You know, one of my friends used to wear these type. These are the updated contemporary African wear. Love it. Um, what else is there on here? The pictures are lovely. Oh, the house is not on here. The house is not on here. The Virginia house is not on here. Now, this is her official business page. Oh, taking me up.
Peace and blessings, honey children. You know who this should be. This should be Queen Quet, head upon the body of the Gullah Geechee Nation. Now, I got a shock for all the honey children that think y'all are hip-hop heads and things like that. Look who they with me. Bet y'all ain't know who this first be, any. Okay?
Yep, King Zulu up in the house, Jazzy J, all the way from the boogie down Bronx. But this here is foundation, home base. This is where I done come from.
Though.
You know what I'm saying? So never get it twisted. Yeah, you call me Geechee, you can call me Gullah, you can call me whatever you want.
Don't call you late for dinner.
Don't never call me late for dinner because we don't play that down here.
Though, not
you know
tall,
what I'm saying?
tall.
So, you know, it's just good to be back in the home, on the home base. Came
sure.
down here on a solemn note. My father had to have an operation. He flew through flying colors because that's how we do.
Thank
we country
God.
strong.
For sure. Gullah
You know what I'm
Geechee
saying?
born, country
strong.
strong.
Y'all know anytime we put something out, the influence come right here from the roots.
From the root,
the
for
root
truth.
to the tutor, right here.
True.
And South Carolina, Lady Island, Frogmore,
Come on, Frogmore. There we go. You know
we
coming
get it
through
on.
the door. And you know we still holding upon this land. Tell them what they need to be doing,
right
man.
now we trying to just
I
make
don't
sure
follow
that not only
Kwame.
we holding on to our land because that's our sacred, that's our birthright. We're supposed to pass it on from generation to generation. Don't let nobody come in and commandeer and steal from underneath your feet what is rightfully yours. This land is rich in resources. You know what I'm saying? Plentiful. You can eat off the land.
Come on
you
now.
ain't got to go to no store. You could do
That's
whatever
what
you
I'm
need
talking about.
right out here from the ground up.
For real.
I did it. I've lived on it.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
real.
I'm saying? I'm healthy.
And
you
look,
don't
and
see,
last time y'all see how healthy he is, because right there, my feeling thing that 100 children be to see me then, he carry food back. He carry food back. He carry back to the BK and throw that shrimp up in there and
I
all that
know,
stuff like
but
that.
he seems very knowledgeable. He should be
now.
on
She's
this.
making me mad now because I flew this time. I
Should
cannot
be
take
on
no
this.
food back.
Ain't nobody tell him for travel TSC. Ain't nobody tell him for travel TSC.
You know what? You gonna make me mad. I might just rent me a bike and pedal back to New York. Put a basket on the back and take some food back with me.
And if you do that, then you must be gonna get $1 for every mile for the Gullah Geechee Land and Legacy Fund. You do that, then that's what's up.
And that's how we do it.
That's
but
how we do.
The original DJ Jazzy J, often imitated but never quite duplicated. And this is where I'm from. This is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
We love y'all. Stay
y'all.
up, stay safe, and keep a hold of what's yours. Never let nobody deny you your roots. God bless.
Exactly. God bless y'all. We be Gullah Geechee, anointed people. This should have.
I'm in danger of losing something that's been in my family for generations.
Pushing the black people out.
This is an 86-year-old bar, so it has a lot of history. The historical integrity of Seattle is at stake here.
Now you have your own students who are reaching out to me to get this mascot changed.
Your school pride is important, but that doesn't mean that we should be weighing tradition over equality.
Wow. There's a lot of history in the lands of America. There's a lot of blood that was spilt on America, on the grounds of America. There was a lot of lynchings, a lot of deaths, so everything was going on in America, right? Though even in the present, the same thing is going on now. Even shake. There's been a lot of that. And even over here, it's the same. You know, for people to know who they are, so you can walk forward. Like I said, it's like the Sankofa bird. You have to look backwards before you can walk forwards, right? Even if you haven't touched the lands, sometimes you're part of the lands, and it's like you touch the lands, but you're not there. You're not there in the physical. You're not there, right? But you're there mentally in your mind. So, you know, the Gulagici people are great people. I'll go put up a picture of them. See, when I'm not looking for certain things, then, you find the stuff. Okay, let me try put up my picture of the Gullah Geechee people. We are a great people, whether we care to believe it or not. Whether you see yourself as African, indigenous, whatever. So I can't take out the dots. We are a great people. The women is the women. During slave times, when he was hooked up and shackled and the master wouldn't feed him, was a woman who gave her breast milk to the man for him to survive. In 2021, it's a whole nother something else. Women getting killed, this, that, and the other. The people's been through a lot. Even in Trinidad, I can say they've been through a lot. Jamaica, they've been through a lot. So when you know who you are, you scream it to the rooftops. That's why I like people like Peanut Nola. He screams it to the rooftops. Aboriginal power screams it to the rooftops. Because you as a people, right? I forgot. There's a word that Marcus Garvey always said. I think it's either Marcus Garvey or one of them. But it's definitely, hiya nosy, you alright? But you definitely have to look back before you can look forward. Knowing who you are. In the food alone that we cook, we reflect those heritage. Like me, I can see. I probably have Gullah Geechee blood in me or some kind of line somehow. Who knows? Because when the people left certain lands, they will spread them across different places, West Indies, the Americas. Whether people care to believe in slavery or not is neither here nor there. At the end of the day, it reflects in the cooking. When you look at the cooking, sorry, I don't know why I'm talking like that. When you look at the cooking, like I said, that looked like jollof rice the man cooked. Okay? So even in the now, though Africans don't get on with Americans and all this thing, which I think is just foolishness anyway. I really do think it's foolishness. There's been a lot of blood shed for people to have a voice, and it's like people wanted to go take it back to them place. If you look at whenever you get a chance, you go watch Antebellum. All right, I see clips of it out because I haven't got the thing in it. If you watch Antebellum, you see that people want to take it back to that. They want people to be enslaved. You know, some ancestors must be rolling in their spaces where they're at, wherever they're at, because they know they buried them in New York. They buried them all over the place. Who didn't get lynched, get burnt, who got their ear, got their this, got their that. So when great ones like Queen Quiet is raising from, okay, I'm going to use the Phoenix's scenario. You know the Phoenix? It dives down, it burns, it crashes, and then it raises back up again. Right? This is what we are as a people, because no matter how much people try to stop us from being who we are, they don't like our colors that we wear, they don't like our faces, or they don't like our hair, but yeah, still you want to beat us. And like if you watch one of Queen Quiet's, that one that I put up of her putting the libation, there's a lot. I'm coming. See, my daughter's calling me because I must be on here long. Because to be honest, I was only gonna put up a couple videos and come off. I really was, because I actually have an ancestral one to do, but I think I'm gonna do that at night time when she's sleeping, because you have to. What's that? See, she's coming now. What's up? You gotta go sit down. I'm coming. What's the matter?
I'm waiting for my food.
Yeah, I'm coming to do your hair. See, I have to come off. I've been on here rather long. I've been on here long. See, my baby's crying, calling me now. So basically what I'm saying in a nutshell, sometime you have to just work together. Once that you can't, there's traitors always in most communities. Queen Nzinga had to kill her brother so she can be. I think she killed her brother, or was it her father? I can't remember which one it was. I know, is it? She's telling me, Mom, you're taking long. Cause I don't know when I start. I don't know what time I started this. I'm like, yeah, this is amazing subject. It is absolutely amazing. To be honest, I wish I looked into it before, because probably I would have made my way to where Queen Quiet was when my children was younger. Because when the children's younger, you can travel easier. I would have taken them all loads of places. Like I said, I'm a Saji as well. So Sajis, we travel. We love to travel. I probably would have somehow got up and gotten out of England. But when you see the culture, the songs, the way they talk, right? And the language, actually, in fact, the language sound across between that, because Trinidadians, you ever hear how a Trinidadian talk and a Bajan talk, because they kind of talk kind of similar? Yeah. Yes, Tripsy. I think I have been watching her for years as well. I can't remember when I found out about her. I can't remember. So me and you've been watching her for years. But what I'm trying to say is, wherever you see yourself as indigenous from the land, if you have to fight to get that land and to fix it and to make it yours, do it. West Indians is a different story sometimes, because like we are scattered in a lot of places, but we are always connected to certain places, because how do we find ourselves? We find it through music, we find it through connections. That's why I said I still believe I have a Cuban connection for some reason. I really believe that. There's a picture of a Brazilian lady. I think I've always put her up. Hold on, she's on my Instagram. There's a picture of a Brazilian lady. The Brazilian lady looks like she's got the hair from her hair I think I did a. Can you see? Can you see me and her? Do we look alike? She looks like me. You'll think I'm looking at her, I'm like, raw. Me and her look alike. Me and that Brazilian lady look alike. Hold on, if I can find it. Or so sometimes you don't have to touch the lands. You don't have to touch the Africas. I mean, everybody says, yeah, you go to Africa and stuff like that. I would love to go to Africa one day. I would love to go to Africa one day. Right? There's this lady. Hold on, let me show you her. Let me show you this lady. She looks, me and her kind of looks a little bit identical. A little bit. A little bit. We don't look the same. We look similar. Right. This lady is the unknown slave. She's a Brazilian slave. She's got no name, nothing at all. She apparently was they said she's Ashanti, she's Ghanaian. Right? But one time I had my hair in afro, and me and the lady, we did look kind of similar. Let me see if I can find it. The similarity one. Let me see if I can find the similarity. Oh, you as well. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. There we have a similarities. We have similarities. And my children, one of my daughters looks Samoan looking. You can say she looks Samoan. She can pass for a Samoan child. Ah, I hope I can find it. Because it was such a long time ago picture. See, we'll see when you have to go through and find stuff, it's long. Oh, see, the baby's coming back again. She's coming back. Pasta. Hold on. Give us a minute. Hold on. Let me just find this first and I'll come to you. Yeah, the pasta's coming. The pasta's coming. I bet I can't find it now. Bet I can't find it. Okay, I'll bring it to you. What about that? Oh, can't find it.
It's in there. Maybe.
Okay, wait, I'm coming. See, there's similarities in the faces and everything. So you never know. You could be linked to somebody from Brazil. You could be linked to someone from the Ashantis, from the Ashantis, from Ghana. You could be Fulani. You could be from anywhere. My face changes sometimes. My face really changes. I have moments where my face looks totally different. Yeah. So me and this lady, right, when I look at her, I feel this link to this lady, this Brazilian lady. When I look at Queen Quite, I feel there's a similarity with her. But the only thing is, I didn't look into her at the time. Maybe if I did look into her a little earlier, I would have gotten to know more of her. And I love to tie my head. I love my headscarves. I didn't used to wear it a lot, but I wear my headscarves more. So I know there's a reason for everything. Because in Creole traditions, that there's a reason for wearing the headscarves, because they said that they wanted to make the women ugly, or they want to make them pretty or something. So headscarves was used. But what happened is they turned the headscarves into a beautiful thing. And the Gullah Geechees, I think the Gullah Geechees uses headscarves a lot too. So you never know where your links lie. So you could be going on, like I said, you could be doing something. I don't like watching myself that much. Right, you could be doing certain things. You could cook a certain way, and you could be part of that. Yeah, I wanted to. I never have the money to do. I never have enough money, and England's kind of weird on certain things. So they started the headscarf to hide their hair. Yes, yes, yes. And strange enough, right? My hair is similar, like that's Brazilian. It's similar to my hair's thick, but though I'm older, I ain't like I can't describe my hair. My hair's semi straight. So when I locked up my hair took a little longer than others to lock up. because them time electricians wasn't about when I did locks up my hair. So my hair took a little longer. So you never know what blood where your blood lies. Sister Amazon, she is definitely, I can look at her and I can say she's definitely indigenous. I can look at her and definitely say she is an indigenous woman. But when you're West Indian and all different parts and you don't know, and this is why I think people hate against themselves because they don't know where they come from. Because probably if you know exactly where you come from, right, you'll be more respectful of yourself. And this is what Asians and others have a whole, because they know where they are, they do their traditions, and they know where their origins lie. So therefore, like when they set up their little altars in the Chinese spaces, they know exactly what's that's there for. That's to bring in money. They know, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at things. Like, right. But even though I put up my face there, I'm most probably gonna edit it out. But what I'm saying is that how when Queen Quaint explains about the Gullah Geechees and what they're about is an amazing thing. So, what I'm trying to say to those who follow the channel, etc., no matter how far this video goes right about now, you need to go take a look at the Gullah Geechee. Oh, thank you. One brother and sister look like twins, and the rest of us look similar. Oh, me and my three siblings look nothing alike. Yeah, that's the same with me as well. All right. And hold on, did Nosy say something as well? She does look like, yeah, she does look like me. Yeah, there's a picture I put. There's one where I was at a place and I put us side by side with, and I had the same big afro because I've always had a lot of hair. And I put up the picture, and we look similar. So, and I always give her reference. Do you know why? Because in case she could be someone linked to me. It's the same with Queen Quiet. I think there's links. And funny enough, my daughter, who's got Virgin Island blood in her, when you look at her colour as well, is like a golden brown colour. It's golden brown. It's not even like black. It's golden brown. You know, it's so-called black, as I say. But it's golden brown colour. So I could tell from my daughter, she's got that indigenous blood in her. Let me go find her again, because I like putting her up. She's just, yeah, she's Ashanti. She's Brazilian, but she's got Ashanti blood in her. If I can find her. Oh, there she is. So she has Ashanti blood in her. Yeah, people do look alike. Right, but what used to happen to me, I'd be in a Nigerian shop one time, because I used to dress a certain way. I don't do it as much now. The Nigerians used to try to talk to me in Yoruba. So that's why when people's trying to pinpoint me and say I'm this and this and this, you know when you don't already know who you are already, because I was always different to my family. I was like the black sheep. So you kind of know. You kind of know. Because you'll pick up certain things, you'll put things in your house linked to these things. I used to listen to a lot of Cuban music. The batter drum was my favorite. And then I end up with Wham the Look at Me people. It's interesting. I'm gonna do one of those photo shots where I do every yes, yeah, do that. But it's like, yeah. But it's like, yeah, man. It's yeah, so Queen Quiet. I'm gonna go back to her, sorry. I'm gonna go back to her. Because I feel like I'm gotten off of the where I'm going. I think I've digressed. Oh, there we go. I've digressed. But, saying that, right, I got to come off the stream now. It's like, I think I'll be on here like 2 hours, which is different, which I normally don't do 2 hours. But, yeah, please go onto the Gullah Geechee Facebook whatever Queen Quiet's got going on, you need to go to her stuff, get acquainted with her, get to know her. If you don't know her, if you know of her, yeah, get to know her. Right, I haven't heard nothing bad about her, nothing at all. I think if I did, I think I will drop over because Remy really squashed it for me and flipping Queen Afua. So I can't look at Queen Afua the same no more. But yeah. So basically I'm gonna end the stream here. You know why? I'm gonna end up going to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I got to go sort out the child. I was meant to go plait her hair for ages. I thought, let me just do a quick stream and get off. The quick stream turned into 3 hours. Okay. But maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. But I did put in a nice little intro. I hope the intro stays on. And yeah. So with that said, I am definitely gonna come off here and go look after my baby. I gotta go do her hair and I gotta quickly take her out the road. So with that said, I'm gonna come off and I'm gonna edit my face out. I always take my face, my when I put up my face on YouTube. When it's done, I just go and take it off because I think that's just me. But yeah, but what I'm saying is, just know who you are as well. Know who you are. I have the eyes of Asians, the face of an indigenous, the hair of the ancestors. You have so much mixtures, Tripsies. Your mixtures of everybody. The whole world's in ya. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that because that's why I normally just do short ones and jump off just to do quick, especially when it's around about this time and early in the morning because like you can go into how much hours and by the time you check the hours are gone, you haven't done nothing. So with that said, I'm gonna come off. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna say the names. I'm gonna put up the names and say the names as well. Real Talk, Tripsies. Nosy. Please follow Nosy Bitch. He does the Nature Boy stuff. Follow her. Oh yeah, Sister Amazon. She's good as well. Follow her, please. Yeah. Hold on, I'm coming. Just got to finish do this and then I'll finish. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Nosy Bitch. She does the Nature Boy stuff. So if you want to updates on Nature Boy, and it's quite funny because she really clowns him and stuff like that. So it's nice to just have a channel that clowns him and don't put him on a pedestal kind of thing. Sister Amazon is good. Go check Sister Amazon. Check Real Talk. Just click onto their channels and engage with them. You know what I mean? Tripsies have a very good one. She's very versatile. She does a lot of things. Trivia, a lot of things. She does like, pin the tail on polite or something. I can't remember. Yeah. Just go check her out. Probably after when the Thanksgiving holidays is over, when people are more thing. Yeah, Nosy Bitch is funny. She is funny. Real Talk Ray. Don't forget Real Talk TV. Remy, Matt, Octavius, yeah, Pin the Tail and Polite. Who else is there? There's Neek TV who's there. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of people. Like I said, Peanut Nola 504 is good as well. 504 Indigenous Warrior is good. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay, so I'm gonna come off before my daughter comes back in again, right? Because I think I've been a little naughty now, and I've been on here for long. Because normally I'll be watching the peoples on YouTube around this time. I don't necessarily be on. Okay, so yeah, but Tripsies is funny. It's funny, right? It's just funny. I think you know what, right? I definitely think we're gonna see his downfall happen sooner or later. I reckon. But yeah, I'm coming off. before I start going on a tangent again. Anyway, so I'm gonna come off. All right, because I gotta go make me some pilau rice now. Cause I feel in the mood for it now. So yeah. Okay, so later, take care. Please like and subscribe. I know I should put up the cash app and all that for the degree and la la la. I know I need to do all that. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments underneath the thing, the video. Okay, all right. I'll be listening because like I've been naughty. I've been real naughty to my daughter right now. So yeah. So I would have played some out music for this, specifically for this one, because this is such a nice. Actually, I'm gonna go find it. Talk about it now. I'm gonna find it. Oops. I'm gonna be on here a little longer now. Watch now. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, I know how I'm gonna do this. Turn this one off. Put this one on. Oh, turn that one off. 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 Oh, there we go. I don't know how to do it. Oh yeah, that's how I do it. Okay, we're there.
I got the power I share. Hell, all I do my red. Flow change like oh yeah. To my fans, more do bread. Traffic and African rituals. I know it's far from typical. I know they calling it mythical. I just be calling it mystical. Whoa. Black magic with white fabric, they petrified. I see through the ancestors' eyes. You can't see it cause you Westernized. My chain hang for Ogun. That flame's lit, I'm in tune. That high giant is in the air, boy. That smoke fills up that room. I'm consumed. I laugh at y'all. Grant my people with good health. Don't talk about it, but I live it, boy. You grant my folks with plenty wealth. I walk the path of that shoe. Then they reciting no jewel. 2 mouths up and 2 mouths down. Got balance mid in my view. Oh yeah, bring your winds to change. Power down, I share. Arun Miller, give me purpose. Power down, I share. Throw my obies through my head. Power down, I share. Read my Odu, eat by daily. Power down, I share. Egun got me. Ori got me. Olarun got me. Saoru got me. Ebo got me. Ajuban got me. Baba Wa got me. Iyawa got me. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. I go Obi, I go Obi, I go Obi yo. Ile Mokio, Akiye. I am the sun in the moon. Still I feel like Oshun. Ori prayer in the morning. Hands up all around. 4 pots for a goon. See my grips in the room. Throw the shells to the plate. Menchi and Della goon. 5 chains on my neck. The Ile gauge they reflect. Y'all speak Oyeku. Translation as death. Sprinkle a little IJ. All the room for an E Ray. Akina Moran, I'm blowing my hand. I'm pitching the sand. Whoa. Plead the Obi, stand with my Ile Ikoki. Warrior type, I'm like a trophy. Shango power, come approach me. That's thunder, for the spirits I conjure. Wake 'em up from that slumber, right? You just call my number. Oh yeah, bring your winds to change. Power down, I share. Arun Miller, give me purpose. Power down, I share. Throw my obies, cool my head. Power down, I share. Read my old dude, eat by daily, power down, I share. Hey, goon got me, Ori got me, Olaroon got me, Saoru got me, Hebo got me, Ajuban got me, Baba Wa got me, Iyawa got me. I go OB, I go OB, I go OB, yo. I go OB, I go OB, I go OB, yo. I go OB, I go OB, I go OB, yo. Ile Mokio, Ile Mokio, Ile Mokio, Akiye.
So I'm gonna actually come off. Whoops, it's playing again. oh, gosh. I love that music. I love it so much. But I'm actually gonna come off. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Let's do the shaky. Thank you for coming through. I will see you later. Bye.